You raised this prospect of somehow trying to delay or push an impeachment trial 100 days out. It's actually a relatively unique idea because perhaps you could get some of the economic policies pushed forward in the books and potentially, if they're working, you could gain some support. The question is, would you have more leverage in terms of support or not from Republicans, do you think, to impeach the president 100 days from now or less?
Yeah, and Andrew, I want to be clear. We're all guessing. We've never seen a situation like that. On one hand, right, after 100 days, it's like, okay, well, he's gone. So, let's move on and the country can heal. On the other side, you've seen the president's support really start to fall apart in the month of December, early January, and then obviously with the events of the Capitol. And so it may make it more likely that some Republicans would be willing to actually vote to convict once we get out 100 days from now. The key issue for the Democrats is less about the conviction. There will be a vote after the conviction that will only require a simple majority that would then bar Donald Trump from being able to vote, being able to run for president again. I think that's kind of the key angle that the Democrats are pursuing. And there will be a constitutional challenge to that. So, Republicans will have to weigh that second component, too, as part of their vote. But you can only have that vote if you convict him on the impeachment charges themselves. The other issue that I would...
You mentioned... Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, please. Please.
I would just say that the budget process usually starts around March. That's where the big economic package would be developed. So that's where the infrastructure, climate change, healthcare, education, and that process starts in March. So even if you delay it by 100 days, you get the emergency economic package through. But then you still have this kind of second consideration that you want to get done on the larger economic package. So there's never going to be a good time to do this. And that's going to be the challenge for Congress.
That's what I was just going to ask you real quick, which is you have this issue of fiscal stimulus right ahead of us. I mean, literally staring us in the face. But you also have the pledge that the President-elect Biden has made now many times, which is to raise taxes on the wealthy and to change the tax structure. Is that something you think that he would try to do in the first 100 days and as this pandemic continues to rage?
No, I don't believe that to be the case. I believe that the incoming Biden administration wants a unpaid for fiscal stimulus that provides money to state and local governments, consumers, and the unemployed. Where the tax increases are being looked at is this second larger economic package, which will be more structural in nature. We're going to do a long-term highway bill. We're going to do a long-term climate bill. That should then be offset with tax increases on the higher income and on corporations. That's where they're really angling for that. And so that's like mid-year is when you're looking for it. But by then, you'll have most of the U.S. population vaccinated at that point, and you will have the economy reopened, and you'll have this other fiscal stimulus through. So they think that they could put those tax increases in place when the economy is on better footing, and that's sort of their plan. I'm skeptical. I think we should still hold off on those tax increases, but from their angle, they think they can get it through in July.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.